Xbox, turn off. Does that still work? Does anyone? Hi, we're here. We're 9 minutes away from the start of the Xbox Games Showcase. I'm Jeff Gerstmann, and it is time to see Xbox video games. They've got a couple hours of stuff lined up here. Gears of War is going to fill. Well, I don't know if it's a full 2 hours. In fact, I hope it's not, because I have to drive quite a distance to make it to my first appointment today and see some games. But yeah, the Xbox show here is going to happen. There's been widespread and very accurate speculation about the contents of this show online, and so I think the majority of what we're looking at here is going to be games that you're already familiar with. You know, they've said as much. Like, they've said, hey, we're going to show Fable. Hey, we're going to show Call of Duty. Like, you know, Halo's going to be there. Like, you know, the games they have already announced but not yet shipped will certainly be here. I'm not expecting a ton of brand new video games, with potentially one exception. You know, there's been a lot of speculation about a new Spyro game happening out there, and yeah, so that seems very likely. Remember that Sega has been teasing Crazy Taxi, and so this is kind of the last big show where an announcement like that makes a lot of sense. And so pretty likely that Crazy Taxi shows up here. And I think, you know, someone said State of Decay 3. I would assume so. I don't know 100%, but again, like, there's a lot of stuff on the books that would make sense to show here from a first party perspective. The third party stuff, I think, is a little less clear. But obviously the Persona stuff has been swimming around for a while there. I think the word I saw this morning was that Persona, people that like Persona Online, whatever that means, have been getting videos from Atlas, mysterious videos. And so, you know, if you want to throw people in a television all over again, I believe today will be the day for you to get excited about that. I was talking about this on the videogameschronicle.com podcast last night. But, you know, with Persona 4 Golden already existing, something about another remake of Persona 4 seems really crazy to me. But also, why not? That's the good Persona game. So, you know, keep putting that one out, especially if you're not ready to start showing 6 just yet. There's other stuff, you know, like id has said a lot about Doom DLC, but has not, like, formally announced it and said here's the name and all this other stuff. So I think there's a potential for something like that. That's something that you could always pull for QuakeCon instead. But I would not be shocked to see something along those lines here. I don't know if any other Sega stuff. Obviously, they said they were doing Jet Set Radio and some of this other business, and there's always the possibility of something like that. But I don't know that that's that's going to be the case here. So I wouldn't necessarily, you know, and this could be nice, because maybe that's the rope-a-dope, right? Is, you know, like, oh yeah, probably not a ton of surprises here. And one of the surprises they had seems to have leaked pretty dramatically, I suppose. But you know, with these shows, the way they get assembled and everything else, there's always the possibility that something gets dropped in last minute just because they're like, fuck it, we want this extra thing. There's been a lot of Gears talk about where it's going to appear. I heard at some point yesterday someone float the idea of Gears no longer appearing on PlayStation but it was framed in such a way that was like, yeah, specifically because then when it fails, they'll have plenty of reasons to just put their stuff out on PlayStation. And so, like, sending Gears out to die seems like a really desperate ploy. So I don't really know that seems fucking crazy. But I think Microsoft is in a really weird spot, and I think that they're really crazy right now. So I don't really know. The PEGI ratings got out. So that's the thing is if Gears of War is not going to come to PlayStation, it has to literally be a decision that was made in the last like fucking 18 hours, like last week or something, because the PEGI ratings just came out rating Gears of War on all platforms, PC, Xbox, and PlayStation 5. So I think if they decide to pull that, if they decide, like, we've talked about Gears of War as like how many people really care about Gears of War? Is that a big deal? They put the Gears Reloaded thing out on PlayStation, specifically as like, oh, hey, we can put this thing out here, and then maybe PlayStation players who have not played a Gears of War game will be a little bit more familiar with it when the new Gears comes there or something. But any chance that they just delay the PlayStation 5 version versus killing it outright is a question. I mean, I would expect that would be, like, if this really is some kind of weird ploy around whatever this seems to be, then I would assume that a PlayStation 5 version would materialize eventually once they've had their fun. Because that would be, I don't know, like, irresponsible of them, I think, on like, oh, all this work got done, but we're just going to cancel it for this weird, I don't know. It was a very weird thing that floated around. Like I said, but that sounds like that's been, that some of that discussion was pretty widespread yesterday or over the last couple of days, I guess. So we'll see. We're about 3 minutes out from starting. They announced they put out a big long chunk of text about the Call of Duty DMZ mode. And so I assume they'll show some multiplayer stuff here, since the last trailer was campaign stuff. And yeah, I don't know. I would expect it to be a solid show, just because a lot of these games that they have in the pipeline are from big franchises. You'll get to see a Halo trailer, even if it is just, remade Halo 1. That's still something. An Elder Scrolls tease. I doubt it. I doubt it. I think you'll have your requisite Elder Scrolls Online Fallout 76 chunk. But yeah, I don't know. I'm expecting them to have a solid show. Maybe not the most like mind bending set of announcements or whatever, but they're gonna do their thing, and that'll probably be fine. Settle in. Let the all capital letters wash over you. Yep, Milo is back, baby. Milo is back. Recore 2. See, these are things that'd be good ideas. I think, if they're going to start making video games about individual Skylanders, then I think that's pretty cool. They should do that. Spyro seems like a good guy in the Skylanders games, so why not break him out and star him in his own video game? I would have preferred a Drobot game, but hey, if you're going to do Mortal Kombat Mythologies with Skylanders, go for it. Let me unmute this. They could show some controllers or anniversary stuff, I suppose, as well, if they wanted to go down that road. Yeah, will Stealth Elf make an appearance? I mean, one can hope. Okay. 19 in Korea. If you're 18 in Korea watching this, turn it off.
This is the Coalition Emergency Broadcast System. There are reports of multiple tremors causing minor damage across Kelowna.
Screaming and gunshots.
Stay sharp. Don't let them surround you. There should be more guns in the trunk.
Here, strap these on.
Marcus Phoenix looks like such a tiny man when he's not wearing his stuff.
We should still head to the police station. We're gonna have more firepower there.
Right. Yeah.
When he's not wearing his football pads.
Okay. Shoot, move, watch for civilians. Get inside now.
A little active reload.
Ground's opening.
It'd be funny if there was like no cover, like, you know, if they just don't take cover at all. We hadn't invented hiding behind stuff at this point in the conflict. A very natural looking run, not the roadie run, crouch run thing that obviously Gears is mostly known for.
You see that? It was something big, like huge crab fingers picking up through the street.
Just the adrenaline, kid. We need to keep moving through the underpass.
Let's get moving.
Let me see what I can do.
I'm at the pay safe. I need backup. These things are all over me.
More tremors.
Any gears out there? Anyone that can hear this?
Klonoa Police Department.
Look out!
Oh, look at that.
Get surfacing. Open fire.
Look at him hiding behind that thing. Look at him sliding into cover like a Gears of War game. You know, as silly as I think it is to be making a new Crossfire game, like the thing that That's No Moon is working on does look like some interesting advancements in the concept of hiding behind things. Yeah, I guess, again, man, I don't make Gears of War games that are set before you figured out how to strap a chainsaw to a gun.
It's on the other side of those.
I just think the bayonet stuff is inherently less interesting. That did look like a cool little sequence, though.
Too slow. Ah, bugger! Come on, then.
Nice shot. Oh, where the hell did you lot come from?
We heard your distress call.
Well, you saved my ass. But we need to make ourselves scarce. These fuckers keep pouring in every few minutes.
More tremors. Watch it.
Right on schedule.
Why are those TVs so long? Oh, it's two back to back. Okay. Also, why are those TVs so old?
There's your squad.
It's kind of the interesting thing about what the planet of Sarah is. There's a lot of tech specificity that I guess we never really got into, right? Gonna find what, a Stone Cold and Booker T over here really fucking shit up. That would be the Gears of War origin story I would be really into, is like literally halfway through this game, which I don't know if the timeline makes sense. It probably doesn't. But like if some point someone finds a chainsaw and goes, check this shit out, and duct tapes it to a gun and goes, huh? And then like the invention of the fucking
Reloading.
of the gun, of the chainsaw, of the Lancer.
Anyone see him?
That was interesting. I mean, you don't really get a lot of chances to purely flank a guy in previous Gears games. You know, like you can kind of go over and, you know, it's like everyone's behind cover and then you flank and take cover over there, and, you know, but that looked like it almost could have been a stealth takedown, you know?
I got it.
Jams! Damn it!
Oh, come on. Do you think he's gonna die? This is it. This is the end of Marcus Phoenix's story. Oh. Is the origin story here in this trailer? No, okay. So there you go. Okay.
Our roads converge again. Marcus Phoenix.
Oh, that's his. Okay. That's his name. Okay, well, you know, there. Okay, you know that they get there, I guess. I might have held off. Meh. It's like, well, we can't put it out in September. What, October 6th? I mean, doesn't there kind of need to be an asterisk on that because there are so many different Game Passes that,
Welcome to the
that
Xbox
don't get that
Game
now?
Showcase. For the past 25 years, Xbox has delivered some of the greatest games of all time. Games that changed what was possible, games that brought players together, and games that defined generations. Xbox was built on the spirit of creativity and heart. And as we kick off the show with Gears of War E-Day, it's only fitting that as we return to Xbox, we return to Gears. So today, we're announcing
Return to Xboxes.
that Gears of War E-Day will be
there you
an
go.
Xbox console exclusive. The core of Xbox is great.
Imagine
games, and
how
that's
much
what today is
time
all
has been
about.
spent
We're going to show you more than 25
working
titles from creators around the world, followed by our
on
Gears Direct. Enjoy
a
the
fucking
show.
PlayStation version of that game already, and now they're like, wait, fucking what? They did what? Dude. Clownish behavior. Shook behavior.
I remember the moment my powers came in. Well,
It'll still come to
I was
PC
being
because
crushed to
Xbox is
death with
PC,
seawater,
right? So, I mean, that's...
mud and manure.
She literally just said it's not coming to PlayStation. That's the only specific thing.
I remember her fingers gripped so
I guess,
tightly
man.
behind that her nails
I guess.
drew blood
I guess.
until I lost her grip.
Move fast and break stuff.
But she stayed away. Does stick in the memory a bit, yeah. I know why you're here. You want to talk about them. They're not real heroes.
You ever seen a legend in the flesh?
All that power, how do they use it? Killing mindless beasts. Fighting petty villains. None of that matters.
Look what the guild shut out.
A real hero knows how to wield power. They don't waste time on trivialities.
You're back. And dressed like a twat.
Got more important things to worry about than vegetables.
A hero knows how to live with their choices.
Oi! What the fuck was that?
Well, I was just
Sent my brother into the infinite fucking abyss without even asking permission.
Remorse? Remorse is for the guilty. Look, I will tell you what I told them. Albion is broken, and I'm going to mend it. Albion doesn't need heroes. It needs a hero.
You're a monster.
And that hero is me.
That's a good balance of silly shit and not silly shit. Music swells. Can't believe those traitors would put that game out on PlayStation 5. How dare they?
You've heard the story. Halo, the Chief, stuff of legends. But that's not the story I'm telling today. This one, you haven't heard. Op started simple enough. Drop in, grab the goods, get out before anyone noticed. Well, guess what?
What?
They noticed.
Oh. This is nice and it's moving at a nice speed. That was kind of my thought about like new old Halo stuff is like the original movement speed for the Master Chief is
Now you ready to get
unacceptable in 2026.
You serve long enough, you learn to read the battlefield. This place, more of a freak show. And trust me, I know freaky.
He knows
Have
freaky.
you enjoyed your stay so far, Demon?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're on the clock. The thing with simple jobs is, they always get complicated. Plans change. Odds get worse. My advice, bring a Spartan.
So like a prequel kind of thing on the front of it then? Before they get into the pure retelling of the events, I suppose? That's kind of cool.
Chief, you ever get tired of being the strong, almost silent type?
No.
That's pretty soon. They should at least say like Game Pass Ultimate or something there, shouldn't they? I mean, it's like, again, it feels mildly irresponsible.
There's something on this island.
To just say Game Pass.
It's like it calls to me. You and my father found that island thanks to me.
There's more to this than you understand. More than you can handle.
I've proven myself.
Have you? Have you really?
A sword keeps you alive. A dagger wins the fight. Look at this place. It's mad.
The final confrontation is about to begin!
Where are the others? This was dead, Lenny. They're all dead. Move!
But you couldn't have said, hey, Lenny. You know those
The little bit of combat in this had that kind of stickiness of the kind of stopness, little hitches in it that made me think it's a Batman combat kind of thing.
You ever heard of the Midnight Channel?
No, never. Tell me about it. What is it?
Might have been on that Midnight Channel before she died too.
Wait! Whoa! Now, where are we?
Whoa.
Feels like we're someplace totally different. Watch out!
Now then, whatever's going on here, we're getting to the bottom of it.
To wield a persona.
That looks cool. That looks good.
Direct control of one's heart. And the heart is strengthened through bonds.
Doesn't it sound cool?
Someone had to see that. I'm glad it was you.
Was that supposed to be him?
Good times never seem to last long, do they?
I hate you, sneaky, stupid, bully jerk! I can't wait!
So, shall we?
Really? So neat!
Come on, don't call me that.
All shadows were originally born from humans.
Well, then that means Senpai got killed by her other self.
No! Get out of here! Don't look at me!
Does that mean you're just gonna stuff me back in your head and pretend I'm not Rhea?
I can't! That
thing is not me! Persona! Alright. Which means that we also gotta catch whoever's
I suppose it has been a pretty long time
I think I'd like to help too. I'm not running away from this.
since this game originally came out, huh?
No problem taking down shadows. It's over!
So yeah, I'll be counting on you, partner. And let's team up
Like
and
seeing the
catch this
dynamic
jerk.
animations and stuff in this, thinking about it like, oh man.
Here, go! Persona!
Contemplative surf rock plays. It's always what I'm listening to, you know? Let's say is the State of Decay.
My friends and I used to argue about what ended the world. A weapon. A virus. Something worse. Started in quiet towns. Empty roads. Places the world forgot. Guys, I found a nest. These survivors found each other, built walls, pushed back against the night. We'll always have each other's back. Because the world has become more dangerous than ever.
How long has this game been in development at this point? When did they actually announce this game?
The dead aren't just wandering anymore. They hunt.
2019? Okay, so yeah. 6 or 7 years, yeah. This definitely looks like a more fluid and normal video game than the way some of the State of Decay stuff has looked in the past.
What matters is that when the dead come through the dark, so do we.
I'm always doing that. Contemplative surf rock where man says undead over and over again. PlayStation 5, you cowards! Why, how could you do this to me? I feel so betrayed.
Sea of Thieves, there have been plenty of grand adventures. But what if you could make your own Sea of Thieves experience?
Well, I wouldn't make it
With our
boats.
new free update, Custom Seas, you can. Let me explain. You can create new ways to play. Like Robo
Like
Royale,
steal a brain
with
rot.
small but bloodthirsty
Grow a
creatures
garden
in
for
a
pirates.
furious
Arr.
battle to the death. Just remember to watch out for explosive barrels. Oh, I'm sure they're fine. Or skeleton snipe hunt, where the sharpest shooter with the highest score wins. Or maybe you just want to spawn this.
Fun.
And these. And one of those. And absolutely loads of these. And, well, you get the idea.
Make your own shooting gallery. It's not, you know, like I'm sure that these tools are much deeper than that, but also being like, yeah, what if you made a really fucking boring shooting gallery
Or
thing?
maybe just
Yeah,
show
great.
the world from a whole new perspective. Or you could even just create a place to hang. Literally, if you want. Or you could come together for a party.
I love hanging. I love
Somewhere you can
coming
just kick back and
together. This is right up my
Whatever
alley.
your piratical pursuits may be, we're giving you your own keys to the seas. There's a whole new world.
Can I make all the characters pimps?
Ready to explore. So dive in and unleash your creativity. The tools are now in your hands. What you do with them is up to you. Just try not to wreck the place.
It's cool. BattleNet. Got the BattleNet logo on that one. How dare you bring this game to BattleNet, you traitors.
There is a liar in these tunnels. They call him Führer. But that is not your name.
I'm Barry.
Is Hunter.
Close enough.
As a Spartan, you were a legend.
More Spartans, okay. I like it. Like a Halo Zero kind of vibe.
But where are the Spartans now?
That's that. They were 3 trailers back.
Protect the
Sir.
metro. From you. You promised a brighter future. For our people. Now, the Norai spreads tyranny. In your name. You swore to crush the enemy. To face them head on. And guide the metro to the light. But darkness consumes you.
So true.
Spreads like a plague. Eats you from within. Every step and every move.
Like mostly a trailer about dudes holding weird stuff, turning cranks and whatnot.
Your lies. And now, Hunter. That legendary Spartan.
This looks pretty nice.
Is gone. Turn to ash. I won't stop. Until the Führer burns with him.
There's a tiny man inside my head.
premiere.
Aw. Sad bird music. It's kind of weird that someone's making another game where you're a naughty bird hopping around fucking shit up. I mean, that looks cool. Untitled Goose Game was also cool.
World premiere. World premiere.
This is Mr. Do.
Countless wars have been waged throughout history in pursuit of the elixir of immortality. A champion rises, destined to quell the chaos of this senseless cycle. Awaken.
I hope that dude brought enough rice with him for how long this battle is going to be. I would hate for him to have to retreat. Whoa. Long.
So, it was you who set the Red Cliffs ablaze.
Yep. It was me.
You're ready for the challenge and the reward of opening your very own cult.
Nothing can beat us, nothing can break us, nothing can shock us, nothing can shake us. I know it's nothing.
You'll be going to beautiful Bedford County, USA, teaming with locals waiting to join our family.
You scare me? You don't scare me.
You better reevaluate your life choices.
You pissed off a random person on the street. You want a trophy?
Even if they don't know it yet. Build a cult, and I will shield you from the apocalypse. Join us. Join us.
Nothing can stop our love.
Looking for the owner of a severed human head. Come and collect it, or it will be given away on a first-come, first-served basis.
Wolfhouse Games.
World premiere. World premiere.
The graphics are blazing.
You buried your wounds. Left your people behind.
Yep.
Believing time would see them heal.
Another one. I don't have that on the soundboard. I just have to say it, you know. Really be handy for shows like that.
And some binds cannot be broken.
Wasn't there something like a while back implying that there was definitely going to be another one of these? I mean, this combat looks like a little more dynamic than they've had. Like, is that the path they're on? Is every one of these we're gonna make it slightly better until it like scans as a full-fledged video game and like a tech test kind of thing? It's like, obviously they have the performance capture, and the performance is also a big deal, and well done. But like, okay. Like, parts of that combat looked better than the last one.
Answer the call of Vault 76.
Welcome to the surface, a sprawling paradise. Meet the locals, learn to fish. Doesn't that sound nice? What a hoot! You found loot. This is no time to hoard. Share your stroke of luck with your pals. All aboard. Build your camp as a team. Hey, life's pretty swell, but in this Appalachian wonderland,
All is not well.
Gadzooks! It's worse than expected. Enemies are waiting in places undetected. So suit up, son, and defend our great nation.
Like,
and
this
gather all your friends when
trailer
you
has a
fight
weirdly
infestation.
introductory vibe to it for a game that has been available for 10 years? How long has Fallout 76 been around? I mean, like,
When you're looking for kicks, answer the call of Vault.
Answer the call of Vault.
Answer the call of Vault 76. Oh dear.
can you make a trailer that just reminds people that this game still exists? Yeah, sure. Put the Vault Man in it. Have some old-timey music. PS4 logo. I'll play that on day one with Game Pass. Fucking 10 years ago. What?
Our flock has been led astray by your acts of defiance.
This is the Doom DLC.
Argent and Nord trembles in the wake of your actions. They follow you now.
The council has chosen. Beneath this chamber will be your tomb.
Oh, cool. That's always wanted to be buried under a chamber.
This place is your pain given shape. It holds many secrets. Only a cleansed soul may leave. I am not your enemy. I am your way out.
Offhand spears. That's cool. He's like reflecting shots with the spear. It's like you replace the shield with a spear. Is that the... Huh. This was a good fucking game.
With the Slayer gone, have you not found peace? The demons, they have retreated. Their war is with him.
So, spear... Grappling. Okay. Alright. Huh. Huh. All right. So shield, spear, gun, and shoulder cannon. Just like gonna have all this shit creeping in for the sides of the screen. The true revelations. Tell Final Fantasy to get bent. "7-7" like it's a Bungie game. BattleNet, baby. BattleNet. I mean, there's really only one song to use, right? I think a lot of my questions about this game are around structure and, you know, have you found a way to make this not a 3-minute experience? 10-minute, you know, whatever, but you know what I mean. Someone in the chat says they got the song. Wow. Did you think they wouldn't get the song? It's like Offspring 2. Like, no. Are you kidding me? We want $1 million. International Crazy Taxian. I feel like that doesn't answer any question I would have about trip hop music plays. Now I know you're being crazy. Trip hop doesn't exist. Yeah, anniversary Xbox with a Duke with a I guess an S kind of controller, huh? Clear like the debug units. I guess what they sold the Halo, the Halo console was also that shell, right? But all of the Xbox debug units are that color of clear green. And so that's what I always associate it with, and whenever they use it in a consumer-facing capacity, I always go like, what? For a minute. And I go, oh, right, I guess they did eventually sell. You ready to buy an Xbox Series X?
In the frozen north, we know only one way of life. We know the thunderous crash of the waves against our ships. We know the bite of cold steel. The roar of fires that consume our enemies. And that the moment of peace is only temporary. Because Valhalla opens its gates only to the worthy. And the next proving ground awaits just beyond the horizon.
Well, Minecraft Dungeons 2. Minecraft Dungeons was cool, and it just didn't have, I don't know, it just kind of needed more. So there's something about, I'm interested in this. That game was totally okay. It just didn't really have end game or replayable, you know, like there was just stuff about that felt like it just didn't have quite enough. It could always be you know, more systems and stuff like that would be nice as well, but ultimately, you kind of making an action RPG for kids. But the first one of these was cool. I enjoyed my time with it. Some of these games could really use someone showing up after the trailer to say, that's right, you're going to do this thing and do this, just to like contextualize. I mean, they'll put out press releases and there'll be stuff, right? But I feel like in the context of this show, some of these trailers are a little too trailery.
World premiere. World premiere.
Totally awesome video
cool,
game.
kid.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The Undertaker just picked up
of
the twisty
rockets.
rockets.
Magic. Take your seats before the lights go down and the curtain rises, for our next act is about to begin. Are you sitting comfortably? Are you prepared?
I mean, not especially.
To witness feats both mystifying and illuminating?
Mystifying, yes. Illuminating, not
Watch
so much.
closely then, and let the shadows tell their story. Behold, the famous Jacob Menturo, stage magician extraordinaire. So brilliant were his tricks, it cast 5 long shadows behind him. They called themselves Masters. Through a deal with the devil, the Masters sought yet more power. Their
We've all been
deal
there.
demanded a sacrifice, and in the darkness, they chose Jacob. Jacob was trapped in eternal torment, but the devil had other plans. He pulled Jacob from his infernal nightmare and offered a new deal. Face their legions, their tricks, every abomination they command. Take what should have been his. Escape if he can.
What?
That's your cue. Run.
It's interesting. This. Okay, now this is starting to look more like an actual video game. I was going to say that looked a little too trailery for its own good. Does he shout kinetic card every time he throws one?
A deal's a deal, Jacob. I'll see you soon.
What would you give for victory? Your life? The lives of your sons?
The line between victory and defeat is thin. What if you had within you power, terrible and divine?
Uh-huh. How do you know I don't?
Destroy your enemies.
Uh-huh.
Break their will. Would you have the strength, the resolve to wield it?
Thunderous rock music.
If destiny was there, within reach, could you sacrifice everything? For your country.
Is it Magic Napoleon?
For your empire. For your emperor.
Glenumbra's full of thieves.
I was like, wait, what would Bethesda have left? It's like, oh, right, Elder Scrolls
Don't
Online.
take this the wrong way, but we've been watching you. You've got talent and a lot of promise.
Stop! Thief!
Ah, my
Are you
eyes!
ready to talk about planning a real heist, partner? Welcome to our Thieves Guild. Our members will show you the ropes. This job is
The
going
what?
to need every trick in the book.
I heard that caravan should arrive tomorrow.
Some jobs call for slick distractions and quick fingers, but you never truly know what's behind a door. Or if that's not quite your style, step out of the shadows and take a direct approach. There's other treasure all around the world, if you know where to look and are willing to fight for it.
I don't have a good line on this game anymore. I know
Whether it's
obviously it
fortune,
launched rough and at some point they got on the other side of that and people have liked it for a good long time, but I don't know if that's still the case or if, people are still into this.
Don't mind if I do.
But I know at some point it got pretty good.
The cheese. I got here first. Oh.
Let's say season 1. Wait. It's about time someone did. Viva Pinata is back. Oh, Flight Simulator, of course. The Freedom. We're bombing Utah. They made the flyover states into literal flyover states. Well, expansions typically aren't included in Game Pass, right? Is that actually true?
Yet it cannot be seen. The wind passes without a sound. People move within. The Moists move in secrecy, renowned for their mastery of mechanisms. As the old order begins to fall, no one can remain untouched. When all is obscured, the battle has only just begun.
Are you making this up as you go along? Is this, did you?
Beneath every mechanism,
Keep going.
The true game lies in the human heart.
Yeah, I don't think that one works either. These are the worst wrestling catchphrases I've ever heard.
To decide.
But keep going.
Dracula's castle is just ahead. I have come here to destroy you, just like my father, mother, and their allies before me.
No one believed me when I said the newest Belmont would be a girl.
God has given you another chance, Rose. You must use it wisely to better control your curse and strengthen yourself.
This looks weird.
You are no more than an irritating thing. What makes you think you can stop me this time?
Something about this looks weird. The art style has a real
Stupid girl.
not the fidelity, obviously, because resolution is what it is now, but there's something about this that has a real like Xbox Live Arcade look to it. If that makes any sense. Like there's something about it looks kind of cheap. Yeah, I don't know. There's just something about that looked like off.
Some years have a color to them.
Beige, mostly. A lot of beige years.
A haze that seems to fill the whole world. In its glow, you discover wonderful new places. Dear friends you always needed.
This is pretty neat.
And golden moments which linger on the warm breeze. As you live your days.
Huh. Yeah.
As dreams.
It's cool.
World premiere.
Oh my god! Oh my god.
A growing hum. Go on. Yeah. No date, no nothing. Day one Game Pass for a new Persona game. I mean, it feels like they've been working on that for a long time. You know, like, oh, let's get all these remakes and all this other stuff. And when you guys finally make a new game... The Skylanders are back. And they're evil. How cool would it be if this game actually just supported the Skylanders, like the base? Maybe you could only put Spyro on it. But yeah, I don't know, if you got an Xbox Skylanders base sitting around, plug it in. Throw your Spyro on there. Something will happen. Heard it was maybe a little more open than your typical Spyro game. Which, that's sort of what that looks like. Toys for Bob's on it.
It's my kind of night. Alarms are ringing. Bullets are flying.
What you do that for?
My fingers slip. And every copper in the tangle is on my tail.
Hooligans, come to order. Piss off!
Let me introduce you to some of my esteemed colleagues.
Even my schemes have schemes.
Me, I prefer to make it up as I go.
It's weird. It's just, you know. Here we got another relatively British sounding game, and you know, you got a guy, top hat and cards, magician style.
Everyone knows you're easy pickings for someone with any sand. Then give my regards to the Sandman. Cheap rubbish.
A corpse in hand is worth two in the grave, as they say.
Look at the bloody airships. We're not here for you.
Not here for me. I'm Anne fucking Darrow.
Time to lay our hands to mischief.
We've been preparing to
Language.
rob Griswick's vault for months now. So put in the heist tonight, yeah? Morgan, get to that crane to lower the ship.
Greetings. I am the Miracle Industries auto-loading crane. If you have the authority, I am at your service.
What happens if I fired a few holes in you?
The lift is now unlocked.
Ah, defeat. How sad. You were all doing so well.
Do you expect us to go quietly?
Well, I certainly don't expect any trouble from some of Avalon's most disposable citizens. Hello, frightened human. I can get you out of this. You've just jumped about 25 years back in time. This place, on this day, is ripe for changing the course of history.
This life ain't one for granting easy choices, but I just found a way to control the past.
Okay.
Change using control. Make things unfair in our favor. Brought you a little toy with a big mouth.
What a proper little villain.
A better villain than you'll ever be, you decrepit old soak. the pimp, the plod, the priest. Who do we like the least? Oh, it's different how they do ya. The ways they stick it to ya. And when they're done with chucking it up, oh, downstairs, well, they're all gonna screw you in the end.
Nothing's ever given to folk like us. Especially not the future.
Uh-huh.
But this time, we've a chance to steal it. What more could an honest thief ask for?
Stairs, well, they're all going to screw you in the end.
Clockwork Revolution is an original experience full of intriguing characters and incredible world building. And it's an Xbox console exclusive coming in 2027. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is a milestone year for us as we celebrate 25 years with you, and we're excited about our lineup of iconic games. Record-breaking Forza Horizon 6, the return of Master Chief, rebuilt from the ground up, the extraordinary world of Fable, full of choice and consequences. Incredible games from our partners at Sega, 4A Games, Koei Tecmo, and more. And players can look forward to 2 upcoming exclusives, Gears of War E-Day in 2026 and Clockwork Revolution in 2027. In a moment, we'll dive into Gears of War E-Day, but before we do, one franchise that has been with us from the beginning is Call of Duty. Now, it's bigger than ever, with a new Modern Warfare later this year and a movie on the way. Last month, the teams at Infinity Ward and Activision gave us a glimpse
movie
of
on
the
the
story
way.
and gameplay. Today, they are back with a first look at DMZ, reimagined in a way that only Call of Duty can deliver.
I don't think you can just say that and expect people will know what you're talking about. Oh, new look at DMZ, and only a way Call of Duty can do it. Like, it's only been done once before in the franchise, and it was not super popular. So,
유명한 용도 아래 우리 조선 반도는 질서정연하고 강력하다. 남부 차단 구역에서 발생했던 산업 사고는
but they put out like pages and pages of text about this mode a couple of days ago, talking about some of the different options and modes and things, resource gathering, and just like it breaks it down pretty finely. Like, it sounds like there's quite a bit going on in this mode.
Hey, I'm gonna head downstairs real quick. See if there's any weapons or gear laying around.
No, that's a negative. That's not why we're here.
I'm gonna be fine. It's only gonna take 2 seconds.
I say again, that's a negative. Okay, get your ass upstairs.
Damn, he's down. Let's go help him.
Hell no. That's on him. I told him to get his ass up here.
Copy. Where are we at on the intel?
Got it.
Very realistic player voice chat they've got here.
Alright. Let's find that HVT.
On you.
Overwatch to actual. Letting that intel compromise your location. Enemies are alerted to your position.
Shit.
Yeah, you know we're here.
Damn.
Okay. Alright, let's just find that HVT. Hey, hold on.
What's up?
Maybe you should have gone and revived the guy. You know, you kind of need 3 to survive some of these firefights, especially if the other players around. Yeah, I don't know. Don't play with strangers, I guess.
Was that the HVT?
Hey, fuck the HVT. Let's just go to Expo.
Oh, fuck! I got you, man.
I feel like there are things, having read through what they put out, there are things about this mode that I think are pretty interesting, and I think showing it like it is this vaguely cinematic take on like this is not doing it any favors.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I got it. Oh, shit. I'm inside.
Get your ass to the roof right now.
Copy. Please have medical. Oh, thank you.
Not gonna use it. Just gonna. Okay, I was gonna say. What are you doing?
Hey, Locker, you downstairs?
Negative. Head up the ladder. Going up to the roof.
Oh, shit!
Yeah, this is just a weird way to show this. I feel like so much of this is like known quantity concepts, you know, like of, hey, we're doing this open multiplayer, you know, like this type of extraction thing, or whether it's battle, you know, whatever. Like a guy got downed, you kept shooting him until he was dead. You looted him. Like they didn't, you know, they tried to make it all cinematic and didn't show any interface and tried to do this real slick looking trailer for a multiplayer mode that like should have just been shown. That's a really weird way to show it. That's a really weird way to show it. The idea is that they're continuing the story from the campaign, which that's sort of what they've done before, and also remains to be seen how successful they are at that. But like, they are trying to do some stuff with the overall story of the campaign that moves forward through DMZ mode, obviously through the seasons and whatnot. How much do you think this video had to be edited to cut out references to PlayStation 5?
Welcome to the Coalition here in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, home of Gears of War. When Gears debuted in 2006, it instantly redefined the genre.
Which genre?
Now in
The cover shooter?
We're on the
Like, yeah,
cusp
no
of
one thought of
another
kill
rare
switch ever
moment.
again. I mean, you're right.
A chance to honor where we've been, celebrate with our fans, and lay the foundation for where Gears is going next. To get there, we're taking it all the way back to the day the world changed and the fight began, Emergence Day. It's a day of unimaginable loss that sits at the heart of our universe. And today, for the first time, we're ready to take you inside the studio and show you all the ways to play with our new movements, weapons, and modes that will make E-Day the most brutally satisfying Gears yet.
Is that all you got?
Before we talk about what this game is, I think it's important to share why we chose E-Day. When we started this project, we were moving to Unreal Engine 5. It was a new foundation with a blank slate. So we took a moment to reflect on what makes Gears so special to us and to our fans. We realized that
I mean, when he says starting this project, does he specifically mean E-Day, or when they were like, hey, we're making a new Gears of War? Because
they're all perfectly
my understanding is that
one moment in time.
What this game was going to be, or what the next Gears of War game was going to be, is something that has changed over the however many years it's been.
To tell that story, we wanted to build an experience that evoked the vibes of the original Gears game. So we started
evoking
with
the
this
Mad
one still
World
from the
trailer.
Mad World trailer.
Are you fucking
Marcus
kidding me?
facing down the Locust, defiantly firing into the darkness against overwhelming odds, and we said, this is the emotional core of Gears. This is the tone and feeling that we wanted to build our next game around.
This is our most ambitious game. E-Day is a story.
You've gone back to the moment that ruined video game trailers forever to make it the core of your game.
We finally have the tools to reimagine the Gears world at a new, unprecedented level of detail. We're pushing Gears to new heights with the densest, most detailed world we've ever created. With seamless, large-scale environments.
It's even worse from up here.
Fully dynamic ray trace lighting. And richer real-time destruction. Starting with an empty hard drive, we literally rebuilt everything from scratch. Characters, enemies, weapons, animation, sound, the world itself. And then we tear it apart in front of you.
Look out! Coming down!
You'll fight against bigger and more brutal enemies with new and craftier weapons.
They formatted that D drive and then made a directory called New Gears and then just started putting stuff in it. Chainsaw.txt.
This is a game that
Marcus Phoenix, oh come on, .wave.
It's a return to the feelings that we had when we played the original games, but now reimagined, evolved, and enhanced with the power of a new engine.
E-Day is set before the events of the original Gears of War. After decades of conflict, peace has finally been declared on Sarah, and the Gears have returned home.
Love you, baby.
Marcus Phoenix and Dominic Santiago are young veterans trying to adjust to civilian life.
Did he see me? Did he see me pretending to talk to someone else? Is he jealous?
Carlos Santiago, Dom's older brother and Marcus's best friend.
To Carlos.
To Carlos. Best fucking brother anyone could ask for.
Carlos died in combat in a moment of sacrifice before the war ended, and without him, Marcus and Dom's relationship is distant.
Oh no.
With the world just barely on the cusp of peace and our characters coming to terms with their new reality, the Locusts emerge and change everything.
The Coalition Emergency Broadcast System. There are reports of multiple tremors causing minor damage across Kelowna.
Strap these up.
E-Day tells not one, but two origin stories. The start of this world falling apart and a brotherhood coming together. And over the course of 3 intense days, you'll see how loss reshapes this world and our characters.
I see.
Beginning with a night of desperate survival in a brand new city.
I think this stuff looks cool, you know, like
We decided to focus our story
I'm
on
not
just one city.
the Marcus Dom story is completely uninteresting to me.
Kelowna, we wanted it to be more than just a
But-
backdrop. We wanted to feel alive. Like it
The
was
stuff they're
another
showing
chapter in the
here,
story.
you know, out of armor,
with layers
holy
of
shit, this is happening. Like, you know, there's
Kelowna
something
used
to
be
that
all
for
about
sure.
Innovation and discovery. But years of industrialization for the Cog War effort totally reshaped it. With such a rich history, it made sense to lean into that classic Gears retro vibe. Towering architecture, robust vehicles, and grounded technology. Kind of like those gritty industrial cities from the 1970s. We also looked right outside these windows at the mountains, the ocean, and local landmarks to help give Kelowna its unique style. As you play the campaign, the city reveals itself through the main districts. The historic center, with its classic Gears architecture in stone and steel. The downtown core, more modern, reshaped by decades of industrial growth. The military airfield, set at the forest edge with shipyards nearby, the refineries, and supporting working-class neighborhoods, built around constant emulsion production.
Gears plays best in a city, and Kelowna is the ultimate battlefield.
Yabo asks, did you ever hear why they didn't make 6 instead of this? The cliffhanger seems like they couldn't commit. I don't know.
And it created the perfect stage for greater scale and verticality.
I imagine it's a situation where that game maybe just wasn't coming together in one way or another, and they wanted to
through hails of bullets.
Set it somewhere else just to, you know, give them reasons to have fresh looks and architecture and all that other stuff. You know, it would be weird for them to have a game that looks like this that is the follow-up to the previous Gears game, considering the state of the world at that point. So this gives them some more options for different styles. And I think that's probably a big part of it. And I think like that's the thing that when I'm watching this, like that is the cool looking thing here.
Which lets you quickly get under objects, slide around corners.
You know, that bar, these cars. Kind of, you know, like Marcus out of armor, which I assume is not going to be some massive chunk of the game.
We get to play with more verticality, climbing walls and vehicles, or clearing gaps in crumbling buildings.
You know, what, you'll get to the end of Act 1 and you'll show up somewhere and they'll be like, here, put this on, and you'll put on the armor, and they'll pivot around him, fucking Bad Boys 1 style, as he fucking dons the armor, and then you probably play the rest of the game looking like this, right?
Your ability to read and move through the arena. But now you have more choice than ever, and we get these peaks of almost action movie sequences.
If they rebuilt everything from the ground up, will I be able to ever land a grenade shot to say like ever in this game?
Safety on the other side. We get these amazing Gears playgrounds, small and large, where all these elements come together, and the city is filled with them.
Our missions move across the city, from linear fights in narrow streets and alleys to more open districts, where you have access to entire neighborhoods. Now you have strategic choices. Do you take the enemy head-on? Do you flank them from a side entrance? Or do you climb up to the balcony across
the thing I'll note about this also is, like, you know, there's maybe a little less footage of dude behind cover,
your friends, well, then you can try all three at
which
the
I
same
think
time.
is potentially interesting, or maybe just how they're showing the game.
There's a civilian in that building, 4th floor.
A Raven crashed in the distance. A group of Gears ready an ambush. You still have your orders, but it's up to you to decide where you offer to help or how much of the city you choose to explore.
And that city is fully realized.
I mean, if you want to find all the dog tags, I mean, you have to explore the entire city.
We needed to invest in an entire suite of tools. Tools for roads, intersections, sidewalks, e-holes, buildings, rooftops,
e-holes.
We have a procedural content generation tool set for scattering millions of pieces of
electronic
trash and
holes
debris across the ground to make Kelowna feel lived in.
From the people that brought you K-holes come...
complex location you've ever seen in a Gears game.
But the board control is connected to an older antenna. I can reconfigure their radios to reach Afira.
Do it. The remaining Gears
Do it.
The fort.
In other Gears games, the world's basically already dead. There are very few humans.
So yeah, this is, I think, the core of why they would make this game instead of just following up on Gears. You know? Because it lets them do this.
People who once went to work, sporting events, and celebrated the possibility of peacetime are now stopped in their tracks. They abandon their cars and run for survival, attempting to find...
Like, it lets them have an environment that looks like this and isn't all fucked up already. So I think that's... I think that makes sense, and that's actually kind of selling me on this. Like, seeing more of this and going like, okay, yeah. Because I'm not like a big Gears again, like, I don't... Like, Dom can be dead all day long. I just don't fucking care. He's not the core of what I liked about those games.
scales in E-Day through our customized destruction technology.
So it's not interesting to me to go, like, oh, we've got to tell the story of how the bond is built, and like, oh, it's just like, dude, whatever.
As a game design element, getting to use E-holes again as a spawn mechanic is brilliant. Locusts can come out of the ground anywhere, you could toss a grenade in to close them up, just adds this great tactical layer to encounters.
But you'll also encounter massive sinkholes that'll pull down vehicles and entire buildings. And no amount of detail is too small, as micro-destruction goes beyond what we've ever done before with chippable cover across a range of materials. Your impact is real, visceral, and leaves a mark on the world.
Finally, some visceral video games.
Destroyed Beauty has long been a visual pillar of Gears of War, and we finally get to show the before, making the after hit that much harder.
Yeah, so there you go. I mean, that's them selling you on why they're doing it this way, and I think I agree now. Like seeing some of this stuff, like yeah, this is an interesting way to go with
The
it.
city's a character, and it's really under attack. It's the fall of Kelowna.
Told me.
E-Day is an intentionally intimate story.
Yeah, now we're talking.
There's this colossal event going on in the plot, but the actual characters and the journey they go on is where you get to explore themes of burden, of loss, and of loyalty. The whole world of Gears is about characters. It's the nightmarish monsters from below versus the soldiers that hold the line in a war for survival.
You okay? No way this is real. It's pretty fucking real to me. On your feet.
This was our opportunity to focus on what makes Gears characters so special and what makes our enemies so iconic.
Do I know if they're leaving out multiplayer and Horde and only doing single player? I can't. It's hard for me to envision a world where they do that.
Of our new squad, Bravo. As the invasion breaks out, you'll meet Mags Carter, a former Gear now sweating it out at Kelowna's emulsion refinery.
Now, why don't you come talk shit when your balls drop? And quit going through my stuff.
And you'll also meet rookie cadet Lucas Reyes.
What the hell?
A sharp comms officer who never made it to the front lines despite his dreams of military glory.
Holy fucking shit.
Mags and Lucas, together with Marcus and Dom, are 4 soldiers thrown together, fighting through tensions with each other while fighting the Locust, ultimately forging their bonds in battle.
We follow Bravo Squad with our cinematic cameras, just like the intense war movies we love. The shots are intentionally gritty and a bit shaky, and leaning into these rough edges is what makes you feel like you're right in the middle of the action.
Bravo's story also intertwines with others called to defend the city, including returning characters like warrior philosopher Ty Caliso.
Our roads converge again. Marcus Phoenix. Ty.
And fans of the books will finally get to see the
And
hard-ass
fans
pilot
of
Gil
the
Getner
books.
in-game for the very first time.
Let's go and fuck this mess.
Marcus and Dom are absolute legends. You can spot those strong jaws
And fans of the
books. But if you go too realistic, you lose those unique features that make them stand out. Honestly, Marcus just isn't Marcus if you take away his classic perma-scout. So instead of chasing perfect realism, we focused on making them believable and memorable, respecting the details that really make them who they are.
Material and character fidelity in Gears of War E-Day far surpasses anything we've been able
This
to
stuff
achieve
looks neat,
before.
and I guess like
Our
you do kind of
animation
start to
systems have
wonder.
been completely upgraded for E-Day.
It's
With 3
I don't know
times
that this
more
answers my
joints
other
and over
question about Gears,
350
which is
facial
like,
shapes sculpted for each
are there
head
new
bone to
players
really
coming into
represent the
this fan
emotion
base?
in our
Are there
characters.
you know? I guess this is
has more
maybe
detail in
telling
his
this story
eyelashes
is
than his
their idea
entire
of here's an
character
opportunity
model in
to
the original Gears of War
set this
on
stuff
Xbox 360.
Phoenix.
at a time when new players could get into it.
Sergeant
But I
26 RTI C Company. Next to kin, Adam Phoenix.
That's sort of the other reason why you don't just do another sequel to Gears, because, you know, I feel like they're beyond diminishing returns with that story and that franchise. And so they need to do something bigger and bolder if they want to try to make this thing relevant.
Us to have way more expressive characters with a huge range. From a small smirk.
Fawful says, new players own a PlayStation. Yeah, well.
Get some, you goddamn grubs!
Your experience
Guess they
takes
solved that
on
problem.
new intensity. We're pushing the graphical limit with 4K Ultra HD resolution, native HDR10 rendering, hardware ray tracing at 60 frames per second in campaign, and up to 120 frames per second in multiplayer.
That answers your multiplayer question, I suppose.
When it comes to the Locusts, to make them more believable, we made them scarier. The drones are wild and vicious. The boomers are even bigger this time around. Like living battering rams smashing through doorways onto the battlefield. The wretches scream so loud it disorients you before they rip you apart. And the Reavers, they crawl up buildings.
Something about this guy walking through the different types of standard enemies in Gears of War is kind of unselling me. I was like, yeah. At the end of the day, they're still making a Gears game, aren't they? How spongy do you think these enemies are going to be? How many bullets do you think you will have to empty into them to take them out? Doesn't really seem like a dramatic shift there.
Gears of War has never been a horror game, but the world has always felt horrifying. And with E-Day, we lean into that even more. Our new gore system means damage feels meaty, responsive, and satisfying.
Just sitting there all day looking at T-posed fucking dudes blowing up. Just hit the button again.
Attacks and blood and bone damage.
Let's get some Miller Lights in here. We're blowing up heads.
Gore is localized as well. Shoot a locust in the arm or leg, and you'll see the bullet take a chunk out of it. Or land a heavy shot on the limb, and our dismemberment system will rip it clean off with glorious detail.
Glorious detail.
The Gnasher is going to get you the most satisfying shots, covering you in blood.
Great.
Pop heads from afar with the long shot. We've revamped our
I want them to set this in a world that hasn't invented the shotgun
we also
yet.
have some fun new ones for even more brutal ways to tear your enemies apart. The new Gut Puncher grenade launcher is a cog weapon that fires armor-piercing explosive rounds. Quick-fire
Looks
rounds
useful. Too bad they went out of style shortly after this event happened and never showed up in another game.
Explosion behind an enemy protected by cover, or with practice, master its long-range eco closing potential. The incinerator is our new shotgun. You can see the emulsion literally melt the skin off an enemy's body. Before, you'd probably get into a grapple if an enemy came charging at you. Now, you feel the power of getting to incinerate them when they get close. And of course, the Lancer.
Okay, there's he's chainsawing a man. Is that the moment in the campaign? Nice. Yeah.
The creation of the Chainsaw Lancer is another origin story from
Cool.
lore that we wanted to show in E-Day.
Cool.
From the moment that Ty grabbed that chainsaw to rip through a locust at the superstore, to a prototype kit bashed on the front lines of the invasion, all to deliver on that gratifying moment when you finally get to slice a grub in two.
That's the lore I want. Not like, oh, and Dom is so sad, and no, Dom is so sad. Show me them fucking duct taping a chainsaw to a gun.
Gears music has always been about tension, escalation, and release. When a fight kicks off, the music hits hard. It tightens as things get more dangerous. And when you've dropped the last enemy, you hear that familiar big ringing chord. For E-Day, we kept that structure, but made the sound harsher. Together with our composer, Adam Lastica, we built the score to match a world on the verge of collapse. The electric guitar returns alongside classical
The electric guitar
but
returns.
both are pushed into uncomfortable territory. Like dragging a bone saw across a cello, creating dissonance that never fully resolves. there's the sound design. All chainsaws have voices. When it came to the sound for our Proto Lancer, it was important to us to track down the exact make and model that was recorded back in 2006 and rebuild it from the ground up using our new sound
This is the disgusting level of dedication I want to see.
Has a 14-inch blade with that signature meaty yet intimate sound, and when it revs,
Yeah,
you
intimate.
can hear all the gnarly details. In terms of how you'll experience Kelowna, I always think about our acoustic system.
It's like a modern
this.
equivalent
I'm
of
walking
dudes
down the
crawling
street,
under
and
cars
I
with
hear the sound
microphones to
reflecting off the
capture
walls
exhaust
around me.
notes, you
Then I
know?
step into an alley, and everything immediately tightens. I come back out into a wide space, and the sound opens up again, almost like a cathedral. And it's not just those spaces, it's the transitions between them where the magic really happens. That's where things feel alive. That's acoustics in real time. It's a heavy world. And what better way to experience its dread and tension than through the music and sound that surrounds you?
No other game does the squad like Gears does. Our themes, our gameplay, and our modes, they all revolve around this core element. But it's not just about the brotherhood that you experience in the stories. It's also about the bonds you create with your friends. Co-op has always been a part of our DNA. And like every great Gears game, you can bring your own squad to this fight. In campaign, all 4 characters are playable from the start, and we support 4-player online co-op and 2-player split screen on console. In Versus, our sweaty squad-based PvP is back, with a collection of 4v4 modes. And
Maybe
all new
don't use the
maps
word
set
sweat,
in
or
locations
maybe,
in and
you know,
around
hey,
the
if
war-torn
that's what it
city
is,
of
that's what it
We
is.
combine classic
I guess
Gears
call it that if it
symmetrical
is.
PvP map design with
'Cause
new
yuck.
traversal opportunities. You'll put your skill to the test alongside a seasonal roadmap of killer content, almost all of which you can just earn by playing the game, completing in-game challenges, events, and achievements. And today, we're excited to announce a dynamic new evolution of Gears' iconic PvE mode, Horde Siege. It's a 12-player mode where all 3 squads fight alongside each other to battle the Locust invasion and defend Kelowna across a range of city-based maps. We'll have more to share soon.
Okay.
And we hope you join us
Cool.
for our open beta weekends later this summer.
We good? Sergeant Phoenix?
Guess we're back to it.
Yeah, 12-player horde. That's neat.
We can't outrun the past. But as long as we're still breathing, we're the ones that keep fighting.
20 years of Gears is such a milestone. It is such an honor and also a huge responsibility to make sure we deliver on the story of Gears.
It always comes back to the squad. It always comes
Squad.
back to this theme of getting through the absolute shittiest of times with somebody else who constantly has your back. And that's Marcus and Dom's story. The story of the original trilogy. The story of E-Day. And the story I think we can
Let them
all relate
kiss.
to.
Make them kiss.
Couldn't have done it alone.
You got it, man.
Having the opportunity to have E-Day come out in the same year as the 20th anniversary of Gears, the quarter-century anniversary of Xbox, it's almost like a homecoming. It's like returning back to our roots and saying, fuck yeah, we're back. And we have so many more stories to tell.
A lot of
It's an
very
incredible
calculated
honor
sounding
and one that we
cursing
wanna
across
make
this
sure
entire 2 hours. Trailers and this thing as well.
Ty,
I hear you've been kissing that other guy instead of me.
what a nightmare.
Oh, he's not a good kisser? Okay.
Untouched by nearly 80 years of war.
Years of war? Wait.
Destroyed in 2 nights.
For us, the heart of Gears has always been about the bonds you make in the darkest of times. Inside the studio, we rally around a simple phrase.
Inside the studio, it's been
Never
dark as well.
fight alone. It guides how we build our stories, our gameplay, and our world. It's how we work as a team and the commitment we make to you, our fans. everything comes back to that important idea of sharing life's experiences, the highs and lows, together. And E-Day is the best expression of never fight alone that we've ever made. Whether you'll be picking up a Lancer for the first time ever, or you're as battle-hardened as Marcus Phoenix, there's always a place for you in the Gears squad when Emergence begins on October 6th.
Cool. I mean, it really feels like they're doing right by the Gears of War franchise. You know? I think that the question I still have is like, dude, how many people care about Gears? Especially, and maybe that's the calculation here. Is like, okay, like we already know that Gears is kind of an uphill battle when it comes to getting modern audiences to care about it, which I assume is the case. I can't say that for sure, but maybe the calculus there is like, hey, we already think that this thing's going to have a bit of a struggle in the market just in terms of the place of Gears in the world today. And so we're okay widening that profit gap and not putting it on PS5 and instead chalking it up to this is something we can do as a hearts and minds victory, and at least we'll get that out of this. At least we'll benefit there. And I think the benefit there is fake and whatever, but like, but I wonder if that's the thought.
I've proven myself.
Have you really?
Oh, wow. There's a quote here. These are not timed exclusives. Games already announced for multi-platform releases. We'll stick to that plan. We're committing to investing in and growing Xbox on both console and beyond. So I figured they would try to leave themselves a little backdoor there, just in case they get somewhere, 6 to 8 months down the line and say, fuck it, let's put Gears out on PS5. But if they're willing to write all that off, that's low electronic music. That's what that is. There you have it. That's the full Xbox presentation. New Spyro. Not a lot shown there. New Senua. The Clockwork game, that had been announced before, right? I feel like that was a title I feel like I'd seen before. Yeah, that had been announced. And I guess they're going to make that a console exclusive for next year. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I think that I feel like these are changes you could more easily make or more sensibly make around the turn of a generation. And doing it here feels very experimental. And obviously this stuff seems like it just happened when they went like, oh, fuck it. Hey, we're going to, we're just going to not put it on PlayStation. I think that's fine. I think that, hey, if you're going to do that, why not? If you can afford to lose the whatever income would come from the PlayStation version of that game, then go for it. I think that they're right to a certain degree that like you need to come up with reasons to buy an Xbox. It used to be Game Pass. That was the bet they placed was, yeah, these games are going to be wherever, but like Game Pass is still a really great exclusive service to our platform, and it makes it very easy for you to play all of these games. And obviously Game Pass fell off when they raised the price, and then they cut price, and now they're out there kind of saying like, oh, the early results on the price cut are good, but maybe they need to come up with more. No, there's no maybes about it. They need to come up with reasons for you to buy an Xbox. And I think at the end of the day, they don't. And they haven't, because all these games still come to PC, and I would rather play them there probably, and not have to worry about like, well, it's 60 in campaign and 120 multiplayer, but like ultimately that is still not the PlayStation, I guess. So for whatever that counts for, but I think it's I think it's goofy. I think it's a very it feels like a very sudden turnaround from them, and I think it's something that they should have. Again, I think they maybe should have, if they wanted to, if they're trying to find reasons to get you to buy their hardware, which, you know, this is going to be the big shot for them, right? When they have new hardware out in a year or 2 years, whatever it is. It makes sense because, again, I don't think Game Pass was a juicy enough exclusive to sell new consoles to people. And I think we've seen over the course of this generation that the Xbox Series, it's not that no one buys Xboxes, but in terms of the conversation and the ongoing conversation about where games live and everything, like, they've really fallen off. And third parties have had, you know, gripes, I guess I would say, about how long or how many copies they sell on Xbox compared to PlayStation. And, you know, we've heard that over the years, that there's just been not a lot of work put in, or not enough work put in on the Xbox front to say, here, please buy an Xbox. And so eventually third-party developers start to wonder, well, why are we doing this? And the answer becomes, oh, because they're giving us Game Pass money to do it. So, yeah, sure, okay. And you had some companies knowing that, going, oh, we're going to not announce this for Xbox because we know that eventually someone's going to show up with a checkbook and write us a Game Pass check for this game. And so, yeah, okay, yeah, now we'll put the Persona games on Xbox because you showed up with money, you know? And so they kind of created a problem there, you know, where they kept having to shell out to sucker's game, and they fell for it for a while there. And so it feels like they're trying to, like, rope that back in a little bit and find other ways to get you to care about buying an Xbox. Does this work? I don't know. I think it only works if they pull all the way back, and these will be experiments one way or the other, right? They'll learn something about this, and maybe this will be the thing where they, you know, then can come back and say, like, yeah, well, we looked at the sales of this and we need to keep putting these games out on PlayStation. Or maybe they'll be satisfied with the amount of money they're not getting from these PlayStation versions, which, if you look at stuff like Forza and how well it's sold on PlayStation, like, that's a lot to walk away from for that particular franchise. Yeah, I don't know where it all nets out, but that's the game they're playing. Like, that's the math they're trying to solve. That's the equation they're trying to figure out, you know, is how much can they afford to walk away from in the spirit of trying to build up the console. I think when they use phrases like return to console, it's very telling, because I feel like that's a really harsh thing to say. Especially coming out of them directly. We're going to return to console. It's like, what? Wait. You've been putting out games on your console this entire time. It's not like you stopped. You're basically messaging, yeah, the Xbox Series X, we fucking bailed on that shit, is the messaging there. And I think that's a really crazy thing to say. Even if it is somewhat true, right? I mean, you know, yeah, they kind of did. It's not like the games didn't come out. But again, I think it puts them in kind of a weird spot. We'll see where they go from here. And yeah, I don't know. Solid looking show. I like the idea of new missions in the Halo campaign thing. That does a lot more for me than, we've retooled these missions. Like, seeing more of it in action and seeing the speed of it and going like, yeah, okay. Like, that sounds like a game that's, you know, that's worth playing. And I'm interested to see the new stuff, at least. And yeah, I mean, it's the Doom DLC, I think, looked good, and decent show all around. That's gonna do it from me here. I'm gonna get in a car and I'm gonna go see video games. I'm gonna go play Control. So I'll have more to say about that at some point. I don't know. But yes, I will. We will talk on Tuesday. Perhaps we will talk twice on Tuesday. Seems kind of weird. I guess it's Sunday, so maybe it's not that weird that they haven't announced anything yet. But and Nintendo is going to theoretically show something at some point. That seemed like pretty solid information. But we'll see if they end up committing to a date for some kind of live stream or some sort of stream of their own. And we'll act accordingly. But otherwise, I'll be back on Tuesday for the podcast. We'll do a thing. And, and we'll get back to ranking video games, the stuff that matters. Have a good one.